For years, the confrontation between the United States, Israel, and Iran followed a set of unwritten rules. Today, those rules are being discarded, leaving military planners with a landscape that is increasingly difficult to forecast. The shift began here, along the coast of Oman. During what U.S. Central Command initially described as a routine patrol, an American Apache attack helicopter went down. The location, the Strait of Hormuz, is one of the world's most sensitive maritime corridors, a narrow strip of water connecting the Persian Gulf to the open sea. Roughly 1/5 of globally traded oil passes through this specific bottleneck. Because of this trade volume, a single military incident here instantly links a regional conflict to the stability of the global energy market. CENTCOM's first assessment of the crash emphasized a technical failure and a successful rescue operation, which saw advanced surface drones recover the crew within 2 hours. Pacing quickens. That narrative was short-lived. Shortly after the military's report, the president publicly contradicted his own commanders. President Donald Trump declared that the Apache was actually shot down by Iranian fire, stating that the United States was now obligated to respond. If the president's claim is confirmed, it would signal that the period of shadow wars is reaching its limit, suggesting a shift away from proxy engagements toward direct contact between state militaries. While friction rises in the Gulf, a separate strategic divide is opening between Washington and Jerusalem. The White House views regional stabilization as a political necessity. Prolonged war threatens energy prices and fuels domestic inflation, creating a risk the administration wants to close. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is facing a different reality. He is currently navigating sinking approval polls, domestic protests, and significant legal pressure. For the Prime Minister, the continuation of military operations has become a factor in his own political survival. This means that regional tension is no longer just a matter of security. It is now a clashing domestic imperative for both leaders. Reports from Axios suggest conflicting goals have made private calls between the two leaders notably strained. Trump reportedly referred to Netanyahu as crazy and warned that if Israel escalated against Iran unilaterally, it might have to fight alone. For decades, Israel's strategic calculations rely on the assumption that American support is predictable and unconditional. The suggestion that this backing might be conditional forces every player in the region to rethink their military power dynamics. Despite the rising violence, the president has repeatedly claimed that a major deal with Iran is only days away. Critics argue these statements are intended to calm financial markets rather than reflect actual progress at the negotiating table. Iran, meanwhile, is pairing tactical military actions with a strategy of delay. By staying at the table without signing a final agreement, Tehran may be attempting to outlast the current American political cycle while maintaining its regional influence. Both nations appear to be using the optics of diplomacy to manage their own economic and strategic interests while avoiding a binding resolution. Vice President J.D. Vance recently clarified the administration's priorities. Vance suggested that Washington would pursue outcomes it believes serve the American people, even if those outcomes are opposed by Israel. This marks a move away from traditional alliance management toward a policy defined by the immediate national interest. The unwritten rules that once governed regional engagement are being replaced by decisions made in real time in Washington, Jerusalem, and Tehran. The previous patterns of escalation have reached an end. What follows will likely dictate the security of the Middle East and the health of the global economy for years to come. Stay with us for more.